Story comes to us from local10.com. Out of Miami, Florida, a family in Miami is sharing their heartbreak as they say a loved one was wrongfully shot by police officers who say the man was armed. But the family believes a critical video tells a different story. Now, the family said that a sergeant from the Miami Police Department shot Antwon Cooper in the head at close range, who would have been 35 years old in a month.
He took my son's life. He's a murderer. He murdered my son.
Police say they were forced to fire, but the mother of a man shot and killed earlier this month in Miami says police made a mistake.
He took my heartbeat. He took it.
Williams wants the sergeant fired, arrested, charged, and convicted with life in prison.
Now, it happened on March 8th near the intersection of Northwest 71st Street and 12th Avenue, not far from Northwestern High School. And at a news conference that day, Miami Police Chief Manny Morales, he sounds like a baseball player, I swear, Manny Morales described what happened when he said a short time after the officers became aware of that one of the individuals was armed, a struggle ensued and one of the officers discharged his firearm.
He walked up and shot him in the head.
He could have did anything. He shot my son in the head.
Arriving on this scene where there is no lethal situation going on, where Mr. Cooper's trying to run, he shoots him in the head at close range, because that's how callous he was about the way he shot this man in the street.
The family's attorney said that's not the whole story. In fact, she said they have seen unreleased video from a police body-worn camera that they say shows something drastically different and much more painful. Attorney Rosie Williams, who's representing the family, said he shot him in the head at close range. He shot him in the head at close range with another officer there, and Mr. Cooper was not brandishing a weapon. Mr. Cooper was not holding a weapon. Mr. Cooper was not attacking an officer, and that sergeant used lethal force. According to Rosie Williams, the attorney, it started with a traffic stop. Cooper didn't have a license, driver's license, only he had an ID. And there was also possibly confusion over the car's registration, and then it accelerated. Manny Morales said the meeting with Mr. Cooper's family was incredibly emotional for Assistant Chief Sharice Gauze and myself. The loss of life is tragic under any circumstances, and the Miami Police Department holds the sanctity of life at the center of all we do.
He deserved to go to jail for 35 years. My son would have been 35 next month. He took my son's life. He's a murderer. He murdered my son.
The mother of Antwon Cooper in excruciating pain after she says her son was shot and killed by a Miami police sergeant earlier this month after a traffic stop.
That's what they're like. I mean, they shoot first and then go, whoa, man, I feared for my life. That's like when you used to play hide and seek, remember? You couldn't find everybody, so you went, ollie, ollie, oxen free. That means you had to come out and they're going to start over. Well, that's what they yell. I feared for my life. Can we start over? At this point, the police department in Miami has not released the name of the sergeant, and they won't. They have not told Local News 10 if he remains on the job. Local 10 also wanted to know about what's happening with the investigation, and they said they continue to work with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, which investigates police-involved shootings, and they will continue to cooperate with them. Williams said the family will be filing a civil rights lawsuit. They're going to file a wrongful death for sure. And if what they say is true, and the video does show something different, ooh, this cop's got a lot of splaining to do. A lot of splaining to do. There you go. I want to see the video. Now, they said it's unreleased video footage. I did look, and I can't find any body cam footage. They're not releasing that. No, it's an ongoing investigation. They're not going to let us see that footage.